I'm sure you can still remember this book that we created together. I was showing you how to create an ebook with AI, and I showed you everything you needed to know step by step. If you've not watched that video, I'm going to link it here so that you can check it out. Now in this video, I'm going to show you how to create a cover. The cover I'm going to show you how to create, of course, all the ideas, you can use it to create any kind of cover, but we are going to be creating the cover of that particular book as a sample. So just go to Google and type KDP cover calculator. It's going to bring you here. Then you just click here. Let's come here, for example. Just to remind you, the book we did was 6 by 9, and let's assume that we had 100 pages. So then you are going to come here. We are doing a paper bag. If you choose to do a hard bag, you can go ahead and do it. So our interior, let's do black and white. Paper type, let's just do white. And then reading direction, we are going to do left to right. For measurement, we are going to do inches. And then the interior, our book was 6 by 9, and then our number of pages, we are saying that we are assuming that we had 100 pages. So if you have any number of pages, you go ahead and put it there. Now you just click here and you calculate the dimension. So now one thing that I want you to take note of is that this is the full dimension right here. So let's come here and then we can go ahead and download our template. And I want you to also take note of this full dimension right here. So this is the dimension we are going to put in Kido. When you open this inside here, you are going to have these 3 files, and the one we are going to use is this one that says PNG. This is the template for our book cover that we are going to be creating. Now that we have all this information, I want you to go back to Kido. Before we start designing our cover, I just want us to go to Amazon to see similar books and see how their covers are. And overcomers, one thing that I want you to know is that most of the time when people come to me saying that their books are not selling and I review those books, most of the time the cover is the problem. If you have a cover that is not good, how will people trust what is inside the book? Even if you have the best book and the cover is not good, people will not be able to trust what is inside. So every time I create my book, one thing that I always have at the back of my mind is that if the bestseller book is already on Amazon and is having reviews, right? Now, if I'm creating a new book, why would somebody want to buy my book instead of buying that bestseller book that already has reviews? And I'm new, right? I don't have any social proof. They don't know me. Now, it's when you create a higher quality. Now, so when you are creating your cover, make sure that your cover is better than the cover of the best-selling book that is there. Now, if your cover is better, what will happen? Now, when people see it, they look at it, they'll be like, oh, wow, I trust this book. It looks so good. And with many other things, many other factors, description, there are many other things that you have to take into consideration. And so when you create a high quality cover, then it's easier for people to click on that high quality cover. But if it's not good, then you just know that you are wasting your time. So let's just come to Amazon and let's type Raising Godly Children. So let's come here. Let's see how their covers look. So at a glance, you see that this one has like some children behind it, right? Look at this. You see how their covers are. You can see how their colors are. Just take your time, look at the covers. So look at these ones too. This one has some children like this. So all the covers that we have seen, it has like families and children, right? So you just take note of all of that. Look at this one too. So that's what I'm seeing. So now, if you did not check this, right, overcomers, maybe you will go and create your own book and it doesn't look like all the other books in that niche. So you have to make sure that you are looking at other covers, looking at the things that those people are putting on those covers. And because it's already there, you need to make your own book to be able to match theirs. So your cover has to look something like that and then better. So now that we have an idea, let's go back to Kido. If you don't have an account, you can click on the link down below and it's going to bring you to Kido. So Kido, you can use it completely for free. If you want to use it commercially, go ahead and use my coupon code down below and you are going to have 25% off. The main reason why I prefer to use Kido, unlike other softwares that are like Kido, is because of the commercial right. Some of these platforms, you use them and you are not very sure about the commercial right. But with Kido, you can use anything. All you need to do is to make sure that you are customizing it very well so that your item or your product can stand out from every other competitor. So when you sign up to Kido, it's going to bring you here. So the first thing I want you to do is to come here and click here on new project. So one good thing about Kido is that it's so easy to use. And now what I want you to do is that you come here to this place that says unit. You change this to inches like this, and now here the width right here. So now for the width, this is the information we are going to put: 12.475. right here you put 9.25, and now here I always just like to put 300, just like that. And now you make sure it's here. So you go ahead and then you create. So now that you've created it, this is our board. So this side here is the front and this side is the back. So to make things easier for you, you can go ahead and upload the template that we had and just bring it here like this. And when you fit it, you just fit perfectly because it's exactly the template for the size, for the dimension that we put. So there are many ways that we can go about doing this. So you can just come and click here like this, and then you can just type book cover right here, and then you search. It's going to bring up many different book covers that you can use as example. Look here and see if there is anything that interests you. So you can go ahead and take an ebook here and customize it. But let me show you how you can do it from scratch. So you come here like this, you just come here, and then you can take even just this one, right? And then you put it here like this, make it to fit just like this. You just go ahead and make it to fit here. Then the next thing that I want you to do is that if you come here, if you want a darker color because that's not really dark, you can take it down. If you want to change the color, you go ahead and change it and put it anywhere you want it to be. So you remember the ones we saw on Amazon, they were more like bluish. So you can go ahead and get something that is closer to the kind of color because you are making something that you want yours to also stand by them, but making sure that it's standing out. Now, let's go ahead and copy this and put on the other side just like this. So we have it now. We have it on both sides just like this. Another thing that I want us to do is just to come here. So this will help us to generate AI images. You can just type something like happy black family. And then let's come here. Let's click on this one. And let's go ahead. Take this. Let's take this. And then we just go ahead and generate an image. So we are just generating our own image with AI because I'm just showing you how easy it is for you to be able to use this tool. Or you can still go to Element and search for happy black family and then take it and use it. It's just so amazing what we can do now. This is what has given us. And when you look at the books that we saw, most of them had like cartoon images. So you can just do that. But let me show you something. If you don't want cartoon images, then you make sure you don't click on this one. You make sure you click on this one that says photograph, and it's going to give you human being, like real images. So another thing that you can do is that you can just come here like this, where it has photographs, and then you just search for whatever you want. Let's say black happy family, right? So you can come here, and then if you want this kind of pictures, you go ahead and then just look for anyone that you really like. Maybe you wanted something like this where dad is very happy right here. You can use it. So but let's continue with what we already have. Now what I want us to do is to come here and upscale the image because we generated it with AI. Kido is going to help us to upscale it and it's going to be of higher quality. Now we have done that. So the next thing I want us to do is to make this color, this cover to also match this one. So you can go ahead and just match it like this. So you see how it matches now. If you want it like that, you can go ahead and take that. And another thing that you can do is that you can use this color picker right here. When you click on this thing like this, you can go ahead and take any of the colors that you want. Let's say you want this, you see it brings it exactly here. And let's say for example I wanted but this one, you just click like that and it's going to give you this one here. So it makes your cover to match. So that is our cover. It's already coming out so good. So the next thing I want us to do is to put our spine. So you can just come back to Element, take something like this, and you can use it as your spine just like this, and you see we have our spine right there. Now if you are not very sure if this is in the middle, you see this one that says center, you click on this center and it's going to bring it right to the middle. Now we know our spine is in the middle. The next thing I want us to do now is to put our text. You just come here to text. This is the fun part why I like Kido so much, because the texts are so high quality. The fonts are so beautiful. They have very high quality. Scroll down, just come to this one that says, you can come to any of these. Let's say you come here and see all, and then these are many different texts that you can use. So you can just come here and let's say we take this one for example. Our title was Raising Godly Children. So you have it just like that, Raising Godly Children. And you see how our cover is coming out. Now another thing that you can do, you just click here. If you want to change the colors, you can come here and change it to any color that you want. So let's go with yellow. So go ahead and take any of the text for your author name and do exactly the same thing. So you just put your author name like that. Let's say my author name is Dr. Delphine Tamukong. If you want to reduce the opacity, you just go ahead and do it here. You want to increase it, you go ahead. You want to change the color. So all these things are here. And now we have our amazing cover just like this. The next thing that I want you to do, you can also take this book, this like this, you copy it and then you put it here. You just turn it around like this, just like that, and then you make it smaller. So when you buy books, do you see them like this? So you put it like this, and then you can also take your title and do the same thing. So now we have something like this. The next thing that I want you to do is to now put your blurb at the back. So every time when you pick a book to read, what do? The first thing you do, you go to the back of the book and see what the book is all about. So that's what we are going to do here. If you don't know how to write it, you can go to ChatGPT, but just know that this is one of the most important parts of your book. So I just want you to come here, this one that says show all, you can click here. Then look at any of them, see the one that you like. For example, we can just go ahead and take this one just like this. You come here, you click on this part like this, and then you go to ungroup. So you delete anything that you don't want. That one you can put your title there if you want to, and then you put your blurb inside here. So now this is our blurb that we have put here. Depending on how long your blurb is, you just go ahead and put everything here. If it's not very clear, you can come here and change the color to white. So I think white is looking better. So right here, what we can do is that we can even take this couple, this family, and see put their picture right here. So let's go ahead and remove the background with AI. So you can just make it like this. So you can choose to do something like this. So you see how your book looks. So this is amazing. And then right here, you can see put raising godly children. So overcomer, this is our cover. It looks so beautiful. Now that you have the idea, you know how to design your cover. You can create any kind of cover. You can even create covers, high quality covers like this, and sell them. So look at your cover right here. Now you can just come here and go ahead and go to download. So when you are downloading it, you just make sure you come here, you click on this one that says PDF, and then you go ahead and download your cover. Tell me whether you are going to buy this book, Raising Godly Children. Overcomers, I love it. It is beautiful. So now you have the power in your hands. You can design any kind of cover for any of your books. So overcomers, please, I don't want to see those kind of covers again that are not very good. So take your time, create high quality covers. In order for you to learn how to design your interior, you can go ahead and click on this video. So overcomers, if this is your first time here, I want to thank you so much for joining the family. To let me know that you watched this video up to this point, I want you to put in the comment section that I am building my 5 different sources of income. Overcomers, remember that declarations have power. So I'm going to see you in those videos. Love you so much.
It's been a while since we laid down to reflect upon